Hey everyone, it's Lily. I wanted to give you an update because I haven't been updating you as much as I promised, and I apologize for that. I have been just overwhelmed with everything that COVID 19 has brought. Um, so I have been very busy. Unlike some folks who all of a sudden have nothing to do except stay at home, most of the work that I do is considered essential. It's food and medicine. And so I've been working harder than ever, particularly on Haven Herbs production and order fulfillment and education and inquiries, as well as Market Wagon, which is a side gig that maybe you aren't aware that I do, but I am the coordinator for the Columbus hub of an online farmers market delivery service, and orders have just exponentially exploded, which I'm really proud to be a part of because it delivers farm fresh food from small organic family farms directly to people every week, and that is crucial during this time of social distancing, but it also has made my life a little more complicated. I had a bunch of goals that I was going to do for Lily Cunning Community Herbalist in 2020. And some of those are still on the books and happening, and some of them got derailed, to be honest. For example, I had a plan to grow Beyond Theory, my podcast and radio broadcast, and feature way more people and build a website and do all this work. But everything is at a standstill with Beyond Theory. Number one, because I can't meet with people in person to do interviews. So they can't come into the studio and I can't come to them safely. And then my ability to do phone-in interviews at the studio was available to me up until today. So I got an email that they're closing the recording studio until further notice for safety issues, and that totally makes sense. I get it. But it means that there's going to be no new broadcasts or podcasts for the foreseeable future, and I did put that on my webpage so that people weren't expecting to see more downloads. The online classes that I wanted to get online this year are still happening, but in a much slower time frame because my work has tripled with both Market Wagon and Haven Herbs. I recently did a web meeting for Herbalists Without Borders on staying well in the time of COVID-19, and that is available on the hwbco.org website, as well as a whole page of resources that our chapter has put together on natural wellness in this time. So that work has continued, and I think it's super important. Sassafras is still doing their annual seedling sale because people being able to have access to fresh food and medicine is super important in these days. I don't know when and if our commercial food supply chain is going to break down. So victory gardens are super important. So that work is continuing. And I'm continuing to launch both an online version of Maiden Voyage, which is my sex ed class, and an interactive web group coaching called Wellness in Weeks is in its first testing cycle with its first class, and I'm working out all the kinks on what technology to use and how to use it and how best to use it, and bringing people in and educating them on using the technology before we actually do the work of creating wellness in 6 key areas. So there's just been a lot, and I just kind of wanted to say hi and that I'm still here and that I'm still working harder than ever on community herbalism and activism. And I hope you all are staying well and staying safe and staying inside. Although getting outside and social distancing is also very beneficial these days. So if you can take a hike, a neighborhood walk, anything like that to get some fresh air. When the days are warmer, definitely air out your house and get some fresh air in there moving around. and I really hope to communicate with you all. Feel free to ping me and ask me questions. The other thing that I'm doing that we've just launched for Haven is a monthly Q&A. So if you have any questions for an herbalist, whether they're COVID-19 related or not, I am answering people's questions once a month in a video, which will be on the Haven Herbs website, on a Haven Herbs YouTube channel, and I will post links to it when it happens on our Patreon blog. So again, hello. I hope you're doing well, and we'll see you on the other side of all this.